array array name without subscript contains the base address of the array. Contains the base address of the array, right? Array name without subscript contain the base address of the array, and this base address and this base address is constant. This base address is constant and which cannot be changed, and which cannot be changed, right? So what do you mean by without subscript? It means that if we are simply calling array with its name, it is called as array without subscript. So for understanding this definition, let's write a code and try to understand what exactly we mean with this definition, right? So let's say we are having a simple program main int arr array, and inside it we are having a subscript 5. It means that we can store 5 integer variable inside this array, and we can declare it like 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. It can be any values, right? And after that we are having any integer pointer, let's say int star ptr. After that, I am assigning something to pointer variable. What I am assigning? PTR equals to m% ARR 0. This I have assigned, right? And thereafter, I am writing plus plus PTR and again plus plus PTR. Okay. After that, one printf statement is there, and that printf statement is writing, let's say percent %d comma star ptr, right? So the question is that what would be the output? What will be the output of this C programming code, right? So you need to analyze it like that. Array name without subscript. So here what is the array name? Array name is ARR. If anywhere I am going to call ARR, it will directly give me the base address of this array. Even though I can get the base address with ARR, even though I can get the base address of ARR by writing like this also. Why it is so? You can understand it like that. Just a second. Let me try to make array. Let's say this is your array. Okay, it is having 10, thereafter it is having 20, thereafter it is having 30, thereafter it is having 40, and thereafter it is having 50. Now, what is the name of this array? ARR. So ARR is the array. So whenever, if compiler is going to start from main function, and this part will execute the line number 1, let's say. So what line number 1 will do? Compiler is going to assign 5 memory locations to array in continuous manner, because you know the definition of array: continuous sequence for storing same kind of data type. So let's say 100 is here. I am assuming integer may contain 2 bytes. I am just assuming. It depends from operating system to operating system. It may be 4 byte. So I am assuming that integer may consume 2 byte. So the address of this first block would be 100. Then address of the next block would be what? 102. Address of third block would be 104. Address of fourth block would be 106. and address of this block would be 108. Why it is so? Because you know array is a continuous storage, and in array we can store all the data type continuously. Continuous allocation would be there in array. It is a static data structure, right? So I have stored all these values here. So compiler will going to allocate this array like that, and this all is having some memory address associated with this. After that, if I am going to call array, here what we have written now, array name without subscript. Without subscript means we are calling array with its name. Without subscript means we are calling array with its name. So whenever you are going to call any array with its name, it is going to give you base address. This 100 is a base address. What is base address? 100. Base address is the address of any array which is starting address of the array. So starting address is called as base address, and we can also get this base address with the help of array 0, because you know the indexing will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say if my indexing is starting from 0, so I can also get this base address by calling array 0. Getting it? So we can fetch the base address or starting address of any array using simple array or array 0. So here you can see ampersand array 0. Okay, one more thing is there. Using ampersand array 0, it is also going to give us the address of array. Now it completely depends whether your array is single dimensional, multi-dimensional, because in multi-dimensional arrays, let's say if we are having 2D array, so in 2D array whose name is A, if you are going to write A, it is going to give you the base address. If you are going to write like this, it is also going to give you the base address. If you are having 3D array, in 3D array, if the array name is A and you are calling with its name, that is without subscript, it is going to give you base address. If you are going to call 3D array like this, it is also going to give you base address. If you are calling 3D array like this with one subscript, it is also going to give you base address. But if you will call 3D array with a and triple subscript, then it is going to give you the particular element that you are fetching for. Getting it? So a is nothing here, name of array. So here integer star ptr, what it will do? It is going to make one more memory location which is having ptr as a name of pointer, and let's say 200 is a memory location of it, because every variable which is going to be created in our main memory by operating system will have some value, will have some location. So let's say ptr is having 200 as its location, and what it is having, it is holding address of array 0. 100. It means that it is holding like this. PTR is holding address of this array which is 100. After that, what we are doing? Plus plus PTR. We are pre-incrementing the address. What do you mean by pre-incrementing the address? It means that plus plus PTR means this pointer is going to increment like this. We are right now on this location. So here 102 would be there. After that, again one PTR plus plus PTR. One more time pointer is incremented. So it would become 104. So right now we are at 104 location, and we are printing star PTR. So right now what PTR is having? 104. What star PTR will do? Value at 104, because PTR is 104. PTR is representing 104 location. Value at 104, that is 30. So your output would be 30. This is how pointer to array works. This is how pointer to array works, right?